Welcome back to channel. From the very first moment, this case raises a critical question that sits at the heart of civil liberties in modern society. How far does the First Amendment actually go when it collides with public perception? What we're witnessing here isn't just a simple recording interaction. It's a real-time test of constitutional rights, public understanding, and authority responses.
An officer and somebody in a suit here, huh?
Hello, how are you? How you doing?
Hi, doing. How you doing?
Good, good. We just got a call about potential trespass and anything.
Potential
Obviously,
trespass?
I can see where you're standing.
Are you recording?
Absolutely.
So am I. Very good, very good.
Yes.
And your name and badge number, please, since you're contacting me.
Officer Henderson, badge number 1736.
And who's your friend in the suit?
He is on a ride-along.
Ride along. Hi, how you doing? How you enjoying it so far?
Good, good.
Learning a lot of stuff?
Yeah, that's fun.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Hopefully, keep in mind that they're supposed to uphold the law and not violate people's rights.
Yep.
Very
Absolutely.
good, very good. Yeah, yeah. Are you wanting to be a law enforcement officer someday?
Yes.
Very good, very good. So don't let the tyranny or the idea of tyranny corrupt your mind. Always, if you do become an officer, we like good officers out there to uphold the law and protect people's rights and defend our Constitution.
Absolutely.
Always remember that.
Absolutely.
Very important.
So let me just say, you're on public property.
Yeah,
you're good to go.
if there's any questions of trespassing, they can check their camera pointed right out here. I've been standing here the whole time.
Copy that.
Yeah, for sure. They just got a little paranoid over public photography. So please, I hope you educate them in a positive narrative. Appreciate it. So he's gone inside here. He left his screen up. I'm not going to step out into the street to look at it, but I'll make a point for him to maybe close it. They create privacy on that. And we got another unit that just rolled up here.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Your partner went inside
Gotcha.
along with his ride-along buddy.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah.
This moment is crucial because the auditor clearly asserts a fundamental concept: street photography. This isn't just casual filming. It's a recognized practice rooted in the idea that public spaces are, by nature, open to observation. But what stands out here is the disconnect. While the auditor confidently references freedom of press, the other individual appears confused or possibly irritated. That tension is important. It highlights a recurring issue in these situations. Rights that are legally valid are often not socially understood. This is where things can escalate quickly. When one side believes they are within their rights and the other side feels uncomfortable or threatened, conflict becomes almost inevitable.
That's what it is.
Doing my commentary
It
here.
looks nice.
Yeah, for
Need
sure.
some movies out here in Plaza.
Yeah, yeah. Small Soldiers.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yep.
It's like right over there.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah. Back in the day. I did a video years ago and I noticed some of the benches look similar to the Forrest Gump ones with the...
Forrest Gump on here?
No, but it looks like it sure could have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't hear about that.
No,
Really big
yeah.
moments
Oh, the other
out
one
here.
was That Thing You Do.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, the Army-Navy store up the street.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I heard the record shop up here doubled as a facade for another shop in the
Looks
movie.
like an old time, like 50s.
It sure does, yeah.
building, yeah. Very cool.
Yep.
I didn't get the whole story from my partner's talking. I guess we'll ask you too. But did you go onto the property or inside or anything?
Oh, I don't discuss those kind of. I don't answer those kind of questions.
You're
Yeah,
not recording though, right?
I'm recording. Yeah, yeah, and they're recording too,
I
so
just
their
want your side of the
cameras.
story too.
Oh no, I don't.
Two sides of the story.
Yeah, I don't care to help your
My partner will
investigations.
talk to you about it.
It's all's good.
Yeah, like I said, you're not in violation of anything here.
I already
they
knew
just
that.
wanted to reiterate that this brick is part of their property.
Oh, I never
as long
crossed
as-
that line,
perfect.
yeah.
As long as you're filming from the sidewalk, you're good to go.
Yeah, I tried
Okay.
explaining that to them, but the one guy got in my face and
I'm sorry to hear that, but
pretty aggressive. Yeah, so
Not everyone knows what's public and what's not, so
yeah.
you know what you're doing.
I tried to explain it to them, but they, I guess, feel better hearing it from those with guns, I guess. Guns and badges.
Yeah, you're
Cool.
fine on the public sidewalk. You can film as much as you want.
Exactly.
Oh, you know,
God bless America and freedom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. You have any questions for us?
No,
You need to school.
for sure. You guys have a good day.
You
too. Bye now.
Have a good, safe
Have a-
holiday
have a
season.
Thanksgiving, yeah.
You as well. Yeah, yeah. Stay safe out there, guys. We appreciate your service. 2 units showed up. 3 officers with a ride along here. Oh, one thing I would recommend.
This exchange subtly hints that the situation may be escalating behind the scenes. The question about calling police suggests concern or uncertainty about what's happening. And here's where things get interesting, because the auditor's response is calm, even dismissive. He maintains control of the interaction without escalating it, which is a critical tactic in these situations. From a commentary standpoint, this is a power dynamic in motion. One side is reacting emotionally, while the other remains composed and strategic. That contrast often determines how situations unfold.
Well, I'm sorry you're
I'm
uncomfortable,
sorry.
but you walked right up to me to my camera.
You're in
so,
my place.
Sir, you don't
I'm
get
sorry.
to just block my camera?
I do. I can. You can't
You
walk in.
can't
You walk in
actually.
here.
It's
Bye.
called, I
Get
can't
out.
walk in here.
Then get
It's
out.
called the Tom Bain Act, sir.
Get out, sir.
You can fuck
Get
off.
out, sir.
Don't push me. Look at he's pushing me now to block my camera. Don't push me, bro. Back up. Back the fuck up. Back up. Ah! Back up.
Well, that's the hallway, and now we have damage to our building.
Okay.
I understand the First Amendment stuff, but you can't be trying to go into key carded areas and when you're asked to leave.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So never tried to get into key carded areas. I'm in public offices and a public lobby. Switched from one lobby to the next. Nobody said anything.
Okay.
And nobody asked me to leave. He's full of shit.
Okay.
One dude came in from the other office, followed me over into another public lobby, right? And started trying to get real close and block my camera with his phone. I ended up saying, stop, back up. I turned my body like this, and I'm like, hey, back up, man. Stop trying to block my camera. He shoves me. I turn around. He shoves me into the door. I try to get some space. Through the doors we went with not me backwards, right?
Okay.
So I didn't assault anybody. I was in areas I have a right to be in. I was here to get records and do all that, and I got it on camera, as I'm sure you know. So yeah, I didn't assault anybody. I was slammed into a wall.
Okay.
My back, obviously. I'm sure you could probably see sheetrock on my back, if not. But there was no full-fledged throwing blows and shit. It was just, you know, he's trying to shove me basically out the building and into walls and slam me into shit.
Okay.
So it wasn't started by me at all, besides trying to go around and be like, hey, bro, stop blocking my camera, and just put my arm up. So.
Okay. Do you have your ID with you?
Yeah, I do, but I'm
I
not
have it,
going to.
please?
Well, I mean, am I under
So
arrest?
there's an accusation made against you. So in order for me to do a report that I might have to do, I'm gonna need your identification for that.
Well, I mean, if I get arrested, if I'm under arrest, I'll ID. I have to if I'm arrested.
Well, you're being detained.
Oh, I
You're
can
being
be detained. That's fine.
Yeah. So I need your identification. You're being detained.
Can you call your? Well, that's not how it works in California. But can you call your sergeant? Don't work like that. And I just been through a lot of shit. I don't want to really go through this.
Okay.
You only have to ID in California if you're lawfully arrested, unless you're driving a car, right? Then you have to ID. So,
Okay, well, I have to go talk to somebody else to figure out the situation. So in order for me to detain you and keep you here, I need your identification.
no, that's not.
So if I have to contact you at a later time.
Call a sergeant. Because if I'm lawfully arrested, or you're gonna cite me or something, detention,
I'm just
citation
trying
is
to
an
take-
arrest, as
so
you know.
listen to me.
But
I'm trying to take care of the situation in the least bad way possible. I'm trying to take care of the situation, get everybody squared away, get everybody on their way, get everybody all taken care of today. Okay, the best way for me.
This is where the auditor draws a very firm legal line. He explicitly states he does not authorize detention and warns of legal consequences if that line is crossed. This moment is significant because it demonstrates awareness of legal protections and the willingness to enforce them. Whether or not legal action follows, the mere statement acts as a deterrent. From a broader perspective, this highlights how knowledge of rights becomes a form of power. Many people don't understand the legal implications of unlawful detention or restriction of movement, but here, the auditor is clearly signaling awareness. This also adds pressure to the interaction, because now, every action taken by the other party could potentially be scrutinized later.
for you to call it sergeant, I'll stick around. I don't care. I'll stick with your sergeant. But you know, I didn't do anything wrong, and I know it. If you guys are familiar with me, which maybe you're not, I don't know. You guys know I'm not out fighting people or doing anything like that. So, but yeah, if you can call a sergeant, that'd be great, man. I don't want to give my ID if I don't have to.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Arrest me.
All right,
they
sure.
can
So
arrest me.
at this point, for the vandalism and stuff, they aren't going to press charges. Nothing's going to go on with that.
Vandalism. I'll listen. I'm sorry. I know what happened. I know, but if I get pushed into it,
I understand.
Right.
You let me finish.
I got you.
There's some damage to the building. Okay, so they're not going to press any charges on that. He doesn't want to press charges on you.
I don't hear good. I'm gonna get a little closer.
Okay.
Right?
It's a mutual tussle, pushing back and forth. Did you guys get into a mutual tussle?
You're wrong. Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't mutual, but.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So at this point, you're free to go.
Okay. Well, I need to get my records. So.
There's no records in that building.
Yeah, I can request public records or open public office.
Okay. Well, there's no records in that building, and you're not, because of what happened here just now. We're not going to let you back in.
Well, sir, that's why I asked for it. Can I get a sergeant?
I can have my sergeant come out.
Yeah, please. Because I can show the thing is, I'm sure he gave you this cool story that was like, I didn't do anything and blah, blah, blah.
That's not what he said. I had a conversation with him and I had a conversation with you.
So can I ask what he said or what you found out?
Yeah, he said that you went in there and were filming, and I told him that you have a right to do that.
Right.
And he said that he didn't want you in there filming, so he asked you to leave. As you guys
That part's not true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna let me finish what I'm saying?
I'm trying to put more of it together for you. I'm not trying to interrupt you.
At this point, I don't have anything else to say to you. At this point, I don't have anything else to say to you. If you go back into the building and go back and try to talk to those employees, then it's not. There's no reason for you. They don't have any records.
There is. I have to request public records under the California Public Records Act. It's a law, sir, that I have an absolute right to do. I can also do it in person. I have an absolute right to do that, right? That's the whole reason I was here, filming and to request records, right? I need to be able to request those records.
Okay, I can get you a form to fill out, but because of what happened here today, I'm not going to let you back into that office.
Well, I mean, if there's no arrest and it's an open office, then I have every right to go in. Unless you're going to let you
back into that office.
Then issue me a formal trespass so I can attach you to this lawsuit.
Then give me your ID.
Oh, you can just tell me verbally.
Go ahead, you're trespassed.
Okay, for how long?
Until further notice.
And if I go back in?
If you go back in, then in violation of the trespass, then I will take action.
And what action is that? So this is the way it works. In order to peel your qualified immunity back and attach myself to you personally, I need a threat of an arrest. Because if not, it's just a request. So if you threaten to arrest me, fine, I won't go back in today.
If you break the law, I will arrest you.
Break what law, though?
If you go against my lawful order, I will arrest you.
What's your lawful order,
My lawful order is for you not enter the building.
That's a...
The auditor immediately maintains professionalism, asking for badge numbers, confirming identity, and calmly explaining his position. This is a textbook example of how to interact with police during a public encounter. What stands out here is the tone. There's no aggression, no hostility, just controlled communication. Meanwhile, the officers appear to be investigating a potential trespass complaint. This is where things often get misunderstood. Officers are responding to a call, not necessarily confirming wrongdoing. Their role is to assess the situation objectively, and the auditor, by staying calm and informed, ensures his side of the story is clearly presented.
I won't go back in. No big deal. Well, a sergeant will be great, and then if you can get, instead of me going back in, can you get me one of their business cards so I have an email and I'll just email my records request? That'll be fine. And the thing is, I'm not trying to just go against you and be a dick or with you at all. I just feel strongly about my rights. I know I didn't just commit a crime. There was no mutual or nothing.
I didn't say you committed a crime.
I know,
Did I ever say you committed a crime?
Well, you said it's a mutual. You said mutual. That's
not a crime.
Well, a mutual combat is a crime in California.
Okay. Well, I didn't say you committed a crime.
Okay.
I didn't say mutual combat either.
Then can I ask what your basis is to trespass me from a public building? Because you have to have committed a crime in order to be trespassed from a public building. So trespassing me, you're saying you committed a crime, you caused some sort of disturbance, which my First Amendment right can't be the disturbance, and you're trespassed. So maybe that's where I'm mixed up at.
I said there was a disturbance in the building.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get him a business card.
All right. So.
All right.
We get a card?
I did not. So here's the information. In order for you to get public records, okay, you need to go to a Social Security field office. They don't do public requests here. You can go to a Social Security field office, and that's where the records that you can request. This is just a location for hearings. If people are denied Social Security, then they can come to a hearing here. They don't have any records. They don't control the records. They're more of a middleman.
You mean social services?
What's that?
Social services? You said Social Security. Which is different, right?
Yeah, social
Okay.
services field office.
Gotcha, okay.
There are actually signs on the outside at all of these parking lots that say no trespassing, that it is private property and no trespassing is allowed, and it lists the penal code 602. So at this point, I can trespass you. Okay, I can trespass you from entering private property. You have no business to be here. There's no public services or anything offered at this building. There's no reason for you to be here. So you can either take off now, or I can issue you a trespass, or I can tell you not to come back based on that. Or if you do come back, then I can uphold that penal code 602.
Okay, where's your local office at? And is your sergeant
My local
coming?
office?
Yeah, because I'm gonna go file a complaint. I just wanna.
Yeah, my sergeant's on his way. My local office is on Tyler Street, behind In-N-Out off Madison Avenue.
Okay, so do I wait for your sergeant, or
you can go to the office at a later time.
Okay,
or
yeah,
head over there
even
now.
if they have no trespassing signs up, that's because this is privately owned, but they rent to a public agency.
Right.
If the public can go in there, the media can go in there. I'm here for news journalist purposes. That's what I told you. And I know they told you, and I understand you might not know, right? They told you, well, we don't do public records here. The law, the California Public Records Act says I can come here and do them to the closest place near me. Since they're considered
to a field office.
No, since they're considered the record holding office.
They don't
'cause
have
I'm
a
gonna get
mailing address here. They send everything to a PO box. So there's no public records or anything done here. It's all sent to a PO box. You can go to a field office and request those records. Okay. There is no trespassing sign, so at this point I'm telling you that if you come back, you will be trespassed. You can go to my office and file a complaint if you would like.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Well, which one is it? What's the
it's
address?
behind Madison.
I don't
It's
know.
off Madison. It's 5109 Tyler.
5109 Tyler.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So wait for the sergeant. What are we doing?
It's up to you. You can wait for the sergeant.
This portion shifts into something more philosophical. The conversation becomes less about confrontation and more about education and understanding. The auditor emphasizes rights, responsibility, and even encourages the young ride-along to uphold constitutional values if they become an officer. This is a powerful moment because it reframes the interaction, not just as a conflict, but as a teaching opportunity. And it raises an important point. The next generation of law enforcement is shaped by moments like this. When rights are respected and explained in real time, it can influence how future officers approach similar situations.
But I can still go in there. I have a right to go in
To
there.
the front office.
Right. Yeah. Well, I was only in a front lobby. I didn't go nowhere else but open lobby. You know what I mean? So you're wrong. I would suggest you look it up, right?
Okay.
And I could tell you the section. 602 has 27 subsections. O is the one that would pertain to this. It talks about publicly open to the public property, right? At the bottom of 602.0, it very clearly says you can't trespass somebody or use this code if they are exercising their California constitutional rights or their federal constitutional rights. It's right in the penal code. So you can't trespass people in public from public offices that are open to the public during public hours. It's a time, place, manner restriction. Now, if it was after 5 and they were closed and I was zooming around the parking lot, then the trespass code would work, right? But time, open public hours, place, public lobby, manner, just quietly recording, right? So there is no time, place, manner issue there. So just look into it. I'm not trying to be a dick to you. I'm sure you probably don't like us and what we do. I don't care about that.
I think I've been nothing but fair with you.
She'll attest to the fact that when you walked in, I said, hey, I think this guy's being professional. He's trying to be professional. But I did notice when you came out, you said, so look, because of this and that, they don't want to press charges against you. But did you ask me if I wanted to press charges for being attacked?
I was actually in the process of going to ask you, but you kept interrupting me.
I'm riled up.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure you can understand if I started, whatever, I'm not going to make
If you started
statements.
recording me, if I started recording you, you'd be riled up too? Is that what you were
No,
gonna
because you're
say?
recording me. No, I was going to say something else.
What were you going to say?
If I was putting my hands on you, you'd be riled up yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'd have something else to talk about at that point.
Right, but I wouldn't do that because I'm not a psycho. See what I'm saying? I don't get violent with people. There's no need to, right? I'm here peacefully recording. But I'm sure you can understand my frustration. So
I do understand. And that's what I told you, that I told the gentleman that if you were sitting in there recording, that you have every right to sit in there and record as much as you want to. The only thing that I'm talking about now at this point is, since it got to this level, I'm asking you nicely to leave, okay? And if you come back before they get their signs up, I have signs in the parking lot to legally trespass you. That's all I said. I tried to be super cool about it and ask you nicely to leave because of the situation that arose. Okay? I think in any situation.
Here's where the tone shifts dramatically. The situation escalates from verbal interaction into physical confrontation and allegations of being blocked and pushed. This moment is critical because it introduces conflicting narratives. One side claims aggression, while the other maintains they were exercising their rights and defending their space. This is exactly why documentation matters. Without video evidence, these situations can become purely subjective, and you can see the tension rising, the voices, the urgency, the defensive positioning. This is the kind of moment that defines the entire case, because now it's no longer just about rights. It's about what actually happened and how it will be interpreted legally.
Denying somebody public records. 2, I want to record it and I want to show it and expose it. And 3, I want them to learn. See what I'm saying? Yeah. I want them to understand that no, you do have to take records requests. Even if you have another office that does it, you have to take those requests. Okay. So it's not just go in there and get some crazy shit on camera. That's not what I'm trying to do, though it happens all the time, right? Because people are crazy. I understand that. Like, I take the approach like this. I understand somebody walking up with a camera in your office and doing this shit. And obviously, I don't typically just go right on people. I typically just go to the walls and shit like I was doing. It can take people aback a little bit, right? Like, what's this dude doing? Why the f is he recording me? But they also need to understand it is 100% our First Amendment right. There's nothing wrong with it. You're public employees. We have the right to scrutinize you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I understand, and I always take that approach. Okay, they're a little taken aback. That's why when they come and ask me questions, I don't say, f you, get out of here. I don't need your help. I don't do anything like that because I think that would be baiting and trying to create a confrontation. I always just say, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just taking some pictures. Yeah. Why are you taking pictures? I'm doing a story on the offer, right? I always do that. Now, when somebody gets disrespectful, I may or may not back, but I try not to, right? I have a temper just like everybody else. I lose it. But anyways, I just want you guys to learn.
Sergeant or not?
Well, yeah, I'm just trying to wait for him. If he's coming. If he's already coming.
He put out over the radio that he's on his way. So.
Yeah, I can wait for him. Did you give me the address to their other office?
Yeah, 5109 Tyler.
5109 Tyler. Okay, I have that here. And you guys are, I thought you were 5109 Tyler.
To what other office?
To their office that I can request the records at.
So the field offices, there's multiple throughout the state. They told you to look up the one that's closest to your area.
But what is social services?
Yeah.
Because there's something different. They're like the whatchamacallit commission.
They deal with, so this is what she told me, they deal with when people make Social Security claims for disability. They get the medical records, and then but they don't house them here. They get the medical records, and then they send them off to those offices and make the determination. All those records are housed in the field office, and anything that needs to be done is done in the field offices. The only thing that they do here is that if somebody needs a hearing because they were denied Social Security, then they set up a hearing, and that's the only thing that they handle here is a hearing.
Okay.
For those people.
I don't need to talk to your sergeant. I'll go to your guys' thing. I'm gonna boogie. I do have to go back in the property. My vehicle's obviously in the parking lot. Right?
I'll walk you through.
No, I'll go around. It's parked a ways because I walked a little bit.
Okay.
So I don't need to go in the building. I'm just letting you know I'm going back on the property. I got to get my vehicle. So can I get your name and badge number real quick?
Officer Grimes, California Highway Patrol, North Sacramento area office, badge number 21141.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, it's all good. So real quick, I just want to make it clear because you just said some other things. You said we're asking you nicely, and I just want to be clear. You're telling me not to come back in this building.
As the situation winds down, we see a return to structure, officers attempting to de-escalate, clarify facts, and determine next steps. Ultimately, no major charges are pursued, and the situation appears to be resolved without escalation into arrest. But the bigger takeaway here isn't just about what happened in this moment, it's about what this case represents overall. This encounter highlights the importance of knowing your rights, staying calm under pressure, and understanding how public interactions can unfold when law, perception, and emotion intersect.